Hi.
What's up?
All right. Hey, y'all. I'm back with another episode of POV, and today is my guest, JordanxBell.
What's up?
He's going to tell you about himself in a couple words.
I rap. I design merch. A certified sexy individual. Not just talking shit. We here to discuss me, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and then we're also going to paint, so I'm going to let him choose what we're going to paint.
Flowers?
Yeah. Want to do flowers?
Can we do flowers?
Yeah, we could do flowers.
Okay, bet.
Okay. I'm wondering, how did you get into merch?
So I originally got into merch because my brother is a creative director for a mainstream artist, and I used to always ask him to like make designs for me, and at some point he told me nah. So I got so mad that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own stuff. And honestly, it's been up ever since.
So how long have you been making the merch?
I've been making merch for like 2 years, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into like a store, or are you just like doing your own thing?
Well, I've been offered storefront opportunities and stuff like that to work with like other companies and stuff to have my product in there, but I don't ever want it to go outside of being merch. Like I feel like if I start doing that, then they're gonna expect it to be more like a brand. And
But it is kind of like a brand.
It is, but
it says Bluefield.
Yeah.
So it's kind of brand in itself.
But I think it's branding me as an artist and not branding as like a brand, you know?
I guess.
Like you wouldn't see like a Louis Vuitton rapper.
So you're basically saying you wouldn't want to like be mainstream with the merch because you want to stay in your artistry as an artist.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, if you could collab with any like designer, like who would you choose?
Cynthia at Cactus Plant Flea Market.
And why her?
One of the reasons why I want to work with her is because she pushes the envelope a lot. A lot of her stuff is like exaggerated. So if she's gonna put like a Nike check on something, the Nike check is gonna be extremely big, you know, or like she was like one of the first people I've seen do puff print. She just has such a heavy hand in modern fashion. Like everywhere you go, you'll see like kind of her style in a sense.
So you wouldn't do merch as like a full-time thing? I mean, like storefront stuff?
I don't know. I feel like once I get older, I think that would be something that I would like to venture more into.
Would you like pivot how like Pharrell is like at Louis Vuitton, or like how Tyler the Creator is still like having collabs?
Yeah, I think I'll pivot more like that, because I also feel like music, like at a certain point, you can't, like, music just can't be your only legacy. I feel like it lives on, but not as much as like other things. I couldn't pass my music ability down to my kids, you know, and I do want kids at some point.
How many kids do you want?
17.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking.
No, but people really like do have 17 kids. It'd be men though. Okay, so I was listening to your song.
Oh man.
Called Adjusting.
Okay.
Listen, and I saw that you had like a snippet of Nipsey talking about like your niche. What made you put that snippet of him saying that?
Well, first of all, I think me being an independent artist, I feel like Nipsey is like super just influential for like even before Nipsey's passing, I was a huge fan. So independent artists, you have to kind of have like some type of guidance, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just real big on like studying like people that things work for. So I think I chose that because I've always been good at public speaking.
I could tell.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, speaking of songs, what made you sample Justin Bieber? Specifically, what made you choose Change Me to sample? That's a hidden gem.
I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I was going through a heartbreak at the time.
How do you do a heartbreak? Because you know what? You also have a song, Switch.
Yeah.
You was like, I could do this way, but I don't want to. Like, it's not in me. I'm like, damn.
I think that like a lot of times my situations end because I just can't see myself doing people the way that they've done me. But like I also can't just stay there and But I have a lot of self-respect too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Your
can't,
worth as a man.
yeah, like, and self-worth and everything like that. So I just can't imagine staying somewhere where I'm being treated wrong.
And what is being treated wrong to you? What does that look like?
It's really just being invalidated.
Like your feelings?
Yeah, just everything. Like as a man, it's already hard to kind of like feel like you are comfortable enough to express how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Because there's this whole thing of like trying to call me a sassy. I think that like a lot of times that word sassy is used to invalidate how people feel sometimes. It's kind of like somebody calling like a girl crazy. Like, are you crazy?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
It makes you not everyone to say how you feel.
yeah, it's like, all right, bro.
Does your girlfriend need to be the source of all of your inspiration when it comes to music? Or do you get inspiration from other things?
I get inspiration from everything. I get inspiration from what my friends go through. I get inspiration from like what I might see, you know, somebody dealing with that I might be close to or anything like that.
This is not looking too good.
It's not. I feel like mine's looking actually decent.
I'm not feeling the best, so
It's not coming out like I wanted it to come out, but it's not bad either. Really got me feeling like I'm a real artist, like all around, like merch, music, tall, sexy, like everything that got to do with like art is like in this.
you are funny. Do you feel like you have a niche?
Yeah, I think I do.
Do you feel like you could produce? Would you want to go into producing?
Like music,
Yeah.
I feel like I have an ear for it. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to produce a song, like a beat or anything like that.
I want him the patience to be doing all the takes. Because
Yeah.
every artist is like, no, I don't like it. Or, no, I don't like it. I want this. I want that. I want to have the patience for that.
With that, I feel like it's different. So like when I record music, like vocally, there's a difference in like the way you can influx your voice and stuff. So like, you know, I could say yeah, like yeah, or I could say yeah, like yeah, or whatever. So I can see why it's multiple takes in that. But like with like production, I don't really know how to add like all the effects on it to make the kick sound any different or anything like that. So I'm probably just hear the same sound like 30,000 times. I just don't have the capacity
Yeah, no, I feel that.
to be doing that.
So what's your regimen for getting ready for the studio? Or like, yeah, actually, because you know, a lot of people smoke in the studio, they drink in the studio.
Yeah.
Since you don't do those things, what do you be doing?
I'm weird. You know, I go to the studio at 6 a.m. every morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how long are you in the studio?
Shit. Until I figure something out.
Do you go by yourself? Like, do you have people with you?
So I record everything at home. I
Oh.
don't even like going to like an actual studio.
So you record and then what?
I finish a song, I send it to my engineer.
So who sends you beats? You have beats queued up all the time, or do you sometimes just do freestyles and then add a beat to it?
Everything is almost like a freestyle, but I got homies who produce, so they'll send me like beat packs or whatever. So I got like homie in France named Max. He produces like a lot of fire stuff. Isaiah is probably the most creative person I know. He'll send me some. We'll just, if we kicking it, he'll just play some stuff. I'd be like, okay, I need that. And then usually I start off like, it's weird because I feel like I only come up with music when I'm actually doing something. So if I'm driving and I'm listening to beats, I come up with ideas. Like,
How long does it take you to really complete like a whole song?
it depends on how the song feeling. Like I can knock out songs in 15 minutes. I can knock out songs in 15 months.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes I have to go back and feel like I could say something better or I could be more vulnerable. I think that the thing I'm struggling with right now is like trying to figure out exactly how vulnerable I want to be on songs.
Does it scare you to be vulnerable?
It is because once you put it out to like the public, that's like, it's done, you know? Like.
So on your song, Mental Health Check, you said the value of a woman is more than their physical trait.
Mental Health Check was probably one of my most vulnerable songs, just because I spoke on a lot of things that I go through, that I deal with as far as like being like an independent artist, as far as like dealing with like women and everything like that, as far as being black and being vulnerable. I think that a lot of topics that I touched on that song is like things that aren't really talked about as much. Sometimes I feel like we get so engulfed in the idea of an attractive woman that
it becomes lust.
It becomes lust, and sometimes you can like miss out on actually loving somebody who's actually genuine for you because you're looking at them from a lustful eye.
Tell me about the girl who made you learn that.
I ain't gonna say her name because I 9 times out of 10 I'm probably blocked for sure. I was dealing with this Capricorn mommy, and you know, I feel like she taught me a lot, like emotionally and just within myself and everything like that. And then when I was working on mental health check, I caught myself like, I think that in this world we live in with like social media and everything, it's so many, you have access to so much shit. It's like you can have a great woman, but sit on TikTok and swipe and just see.
Other greater women?
Not even greater, just like you find yourself looking at what you have less because you're looking at something that you think is more, which isn't more, but like it's just an idea of it being better. This niggaology 101. I'm really putting you on game with niggaology. Like,
Okay.
So niggaology is the idea of thinking that you could go out there and find something better, but you really got the best.
Oh, for
but you're
sure.
not appreciating how good it is because you got it.
My next question for you is, if you could create a soundtrack to your life up until this point right now, so who would you want to produce it? Who would you want to do the visuals? Like anybody in the world would do the visuals, and like name 3 artists that you would have featured on there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right?
I want Pharrell to produce it.
I knew you were going to say that when I wrote it down.
I'm a fan though. That's why. Nobody can do the visual other than Luis. If we had to bring somebody in, I'm cool with that. Okay. I would suggest we bring in Issa Rae. I would have Scarface featured. I would have. I could choose 3.
Yeah.
Scarface, Kendrick Lamar, and with Jay-Z. Think that like all the artists that I named are really good at evoking like conflict in the sense of like what they've been through. I fuck with that, and I think that that's what I would need for the soundtrack to my life. Is like that vulnerability, that ability to like talk about things that will make me extremely uncomfortable.
You haven't released anything this year, have you? You haven't?
Nah, not yet.
So when are we getting something new? Like, what's going on? Are you in your hermit mode? Are you like, what's going on?
So I've been designing a lot of merch, and then I'm working on like a full project where I'm gonna drop like merch and a album or an EP, because I don't really like saying album.
It seems like merch seems to be like, I don't know why you wouldn't want to dive deeper into that and like do that for real, because it seems like that's what you would like to do.
I appreciate merch because, okay, I'm independent, so I think that like merch is so important because if we're looking at like sales, right? Like even if you sell 100 shirts at $10, you know what I'm saying, versus 100 streams only equal, 1 million streams is only $5,000.
That's insane.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give or take, you know, like on certain platforms it's a little more.
I think on Spotify it's the lowest.
Yeah, Spotify is the lowest, but Spotify also does like like they kind of push artists more. Like I feel like it's easier to discover new artists on Spotify. But at the same time, 1 million streams is only like $5,000. In order to make $5,000 off of merch, it's so easy. You know, so I think that to sustain a lifestyle that I want to live, do music full time and support a full family, you know, retire my mom and my dad, and you know, allow my wife to decide whether she wants to go to work or not, strictly off of my income alone. You know, I want to employ my friends. I want to, you know, just have the ability to grant whoever I want financial freedom off of the idea of like, okay, let's shoot this video. Let's, you know, I don't want to, the red carpet and shit like that. Like for me, I'm not really appealed by all that.
Do you feel that way when you went to LA for the Grammys? Is that also like a part of why you feel like you experience like the red carpet stuff and kind of like, okay, it just is what it is?
Yeah. I mean, I just think that anything that pertains to like industry standards and stuff like that, it's just a lot of, it turns into a job, you know. And don't get me wrong, like what I do is a job too. Like
Yeah.
I have to monitor my streams. I have to make sure that the quality of the merch is good. I have to make sure that like, you know, on tours and everything like that, we're getting paid properly, whatever. But I think that it's such a different job when there are corporate standards and things like that. So yeah, I think that's why I focus so much on merch is because it's such a lucrative business. It's so easy to make money off of merch, especially when you have a core following and when your merch is fire. Like for any up and coming artist, I would definitely suggest that they focus on merch. But not only do they focus on merch, but they brand their merch outside of them. Nobody's gonna wear a shirt with a big ass JordanxBell face on it. Like,
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I think everyone should listen to that. I hate when logos are really huge on a shirt.
Yeah, simplicity is key.
Yeah,
like
minimalistic.
Yeah, minimalistic is key. I think that it's important to know, this ties into everything, music, everything. It's important to know when to stop. You know, like sometimes like you have something that's
that can go over people's heads though.
Yeah, it's super important to know like, I think I'm done. You know, like yeah.
So we can expect new music and more merch.
For
But
sure.
it's all gonna roll out together.
Yeah, everything together.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Watching you still paint, and I'm like, what are you putting else? Are you putting in there?
I'm just slow.
No, I'm just wondering because I'm wanting to know what yours looks like. What you want people to take away from this interview? Do you want them to like feel like more in touch with you? Like, what do you want them to?
Yeah,
take
I
from
want
this?
people to feel like they can come up to me and have a conversation, but not too much, bro. I don't talk that much, but like I do want people to feel like, you know, I'm real chill, real laid back. I'm real creative. I got personality. I feel like if people see me, they don't see my personality because I usually just take still pictures.
Kind of aloof, yeah.
Yeah, so I just be in the cut, you know what I'm saying? So like, I got like a nice personality. I got a nice smile, you know what I'm saying? Trying to think, you know, I'm really like 6 feet, son. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna show y'all the paintings.
Y'all ready?
Oh my God, mine looks terrible compared to that.
Yeah, so guys, thank you for showing up to Jordan Wins Another Paint Session. Just keep in mind, I rap, I sing. 6 feet, 6 feet something. I ain't even gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Real.
Thanks, guys. Thank you guys for watching our interview, our painting
Can I get a hug?
session. No, thanks.
Like, real talk, I'm really like 6'2", dark skin, nice smile. You know what I'm saying? I like going on real expensive dates. I'm just capping.